Can y'all understand this? Okay, I don't know who got to drill it in y'all head. If you got money, you're most likely gonna do what you want, male or female, period. Why? Because you can. Get with them for the money if that's what you really want. Build yourself up, build your lifestyle up, get what you want out of it, complete your goals. Stop using your entire existence and entire life depending on how someone treats you in a relationship. How do you treat yourself in your own life? Are you getting money? Are you reaching your goals? Are you building your business? Are you creating a lifestyle and a legacy for yourself? Then wonderful. You win. You're always going to win if you're focusing on you. You focus on a whole nother person trying to control them, hope they do right, expect someone to be perfect when you know ain't nobody perfect, then you're wasting your time and energy. Put it on yourself and watch yourself win. Okay?
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode, and as always, I am your host, the Empress H. Now let's get into it. It's sad to say, but how much resources you have determines how well you can exercise your free will. Personally speaking, people misconstrue what Shira is really talking about, in my opinion. She talks about choice and options for women. Women having the ability and the options to choose from. Now, this part is really for the young girls, because at that age, the experience isn't really there to guide you. You don't know what you don't know, and that's okay, because you are the age that it's okay to not know. But it can also be a disadvantage, because it can make you easy prey for anybody to just come into your space and be on some BS. Most men out here really don't have it the way you think that they do, or the way that they try to present that they do. All right, they are just a little bit less broke than you are majority of the time. Not all the time, but for the majority of men, they are just a little bit less broke than you. So girl, focus on yourself. Get your money up to be able to afford the life that you want on your own terms. Because even if a man can actually give you the lifestyle that you want, it's gonna be on his own terms. You can't really do what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. You always have to check in with him and see if it's really okay, because it's on his time. And it's not really as fulfilling as if it's yours to do it as you please. Also, finances and the ability to exercise your free will is a bargaining power that aids you in getting what you want out of life in general, both when it comes to work, family relationships, personal relationships, romantic relationships, whatever. It helps you get what you want out of life, because what do you always have? The ability to walk away. Ain't nobody out here paying your bills but you. So, and even if someone is paying your bills or whatever, you can also pay your bills. So you can always walk away at any point if you feel like it.
You guys have met men, but it's actually so hard to get money out of them. And by the time you finally do get money out of a man, oh my God, you actually, all the effort you put into trying to get money out of that man, you actually could have just put into like yourself, your business, your career, and it pays way more dividends. That is why I am now focusing on just getting money. I cannot care too much about men. Did women actually want men, or did we just want money? Like, I really feel like the girls just wanted money because we wanted to live a beautiful life, because we wanted nice things, because we wanted to travel, because we wanted to have actual fun with the people we care about, which is actually just our girlfriends. I don't know that the girls actually really wanted men. It was always about the money. For all the girls that have kind of stopped listening to Shara 7 and are just focusing on themselves and trying to build their careers and get to the bag, if you really were listening to Shara, it was never really about the man. It was always about using the man to get money. So if you were a follower of Shara, I'm not sure you actually really wanted that man. I think you just wanted money.
It's actually not that simple. Here's the top reasons you should never rely on a man for money. 1, whoever controls your money controls you. As long as you stay within his desired image, young, thin, in a thong, your bills are paid. The second you're out of it, you're on your own. What happens then when things get bad? Money is the #1 reason that women don't leave abusive relationships. 2, you're spending his rules. He can question everything you spent or cut you off at any time. I've seen this happen to multiple friends with sugar daddies. 3, divorce will be disastrous. Despite what Kanye would have you believe, women are 3 times more likely to end up in poverty after divorce than men. You know why? If you take time to stay home or raise kids, you're gonna have gaps in your resume, which leads to fewer job opportunities. When you're financially dependent, you're not spending money and building credit in your name, which means you don't have a good credit score, which means you can't rent an apartment or get a loan. 4, domestic labor is labor and it's underpaid. This work isn't just sweeping or doing the dishes. It's remembering to fix the chair, remembering to schedule the exterminator, remembering birthdays, waking up in the middle of the night wondering if you got the right strawberries. He gets to clock out at 5 p.m. and you never do. Finally, men controlling your life on a smaller, everyday scale is a slippery slope to them controlling the entire female population. Let me explain. If you depend on a man for money, you lose your bargaining power at home, at office, and society. It becomes easier to push women out of careers and leadership positions, leading to fewer women in higher places advocating for us. What happens when our rights are taken away? We start to tell ourselves to align with men, people whose rights are intact. Maybe you're thinking, whatever, I just want to stay at home. Fine, but at least do two things for me. One, get an emergency savings, and two, get your own credit card and spend at least $50 on it per month. Pay it back immediately so you're building your credit score. Maybe the smartest thing Kanye has ever said, only smart thing he said, get a prenup. A good man will not be intimidated or offended. Also, having your own money rules, because like, do you think a man would let me dress like this?
When I worked in luxury for Louis Vuitton, for Saks, for Lexus, for MGM, the women that I have worked around that are wealthy, they don't have a soft life like what's being presented on TikTok. These women are socialites. Their job is to maintain the household reputation at all times. They are the ones throwing the party. They are the ones selecting the private schools. They are the ones who are selecting the kids' activities. They are the ones picking the nannies. They are the ones picking the housekeepers. They are the ones who are holding the household together in addition to maintaining the reputation of the household. And if you guys don't know, that is a lot of work to maintain the reputation of their husband, of themselves, to make sure they look good, to make sure their kids look good. It's not as easy as just waking up and going to Pilates. Their life is a lot more than that.
Do you want to quit working, come home, and be a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife? Do you want to do that?
I'm an accountant and a college professor, and I'm also a full-time doctoral student. I just enjoy my job. I don't want to quit.
You ain't gotta work a day in your life. You ready to make my sandwich?
I don't want to quit, but I will retire. I'm ready to retire for now.
At this point, it's coercion. It's not convincing. It's coercion and borderline harassment. The fact that she is that pregnant, and it takes convincing. There's so much manipulation at play in this dynamic, in this situation, because the fact that you're now recording it to show like, see guys, she's willing to quit. She's willing to come make me a sandwich. I'm sure there's a level of it that's content creation, but just imagine you are an accountant, a college professor, and you are currently in school to get your doctorate. And your TikToking boxer boyfriend wants you to quit that so that he no longer has to make his own meals and wash his dirty drawers. He's pestering you about it so much, and I'm sure there's a level of guilt attached to it, because if you look at the language, and this is an assumption, it's like, one, he's leading the conversation. He's like, do you not want to quit because you feel like you won't have purpose? And she's like, no, I think I'm gonna have purpose, because for the girls and for you, like, like, is that okay? Was that a part of the script? So I'm sure there's a level of guilt, like, you should be at home with the kids, instead of like, she's like, oh, I know, like, I've missed out. Like, she made that choice before she met him, because this isn't an overnight thing. She's not working shifts down at the fucking Wendy's. This is a career that you chose to go into that took years. She's still in school. She's still in school. And she's that fucking pregnant and would rather work. And he's like, babe, if you told me you had a way for us to make unlimited amounts of money, I would box for free. Anybody seen a single match? Anybody ever seen him box? Put it in the comments. Because didn't you already fail at football? You already failed at one sport. So now you want this woman to quit as a professor so that you can go attempt another thing. so that you can, because and you know what's so crazy? One of the men on this app just stitched one of my videos, and of course he threw some misogyny in there, and he was like, the men that y'all are talking about are married. They're married. Don't y'all want to be married? No one idolizes marriage anymore. Well, at least not the women. Because look around. Why would I idolize something? Because no one knows what it looks like for real on the inside of that marriage except the two people who are inside of that marriage. I'm just saying, if I was that fucking pregnant, I would not want to. Y'all can make your own assumptions.
Yo, having a child with a partner that's not all the way there with their finances, stability, whether emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and all of that, is it going to be the best experience for you or the best environment for you to be able to enjoy your motherhood journey? I know someone will come with but what if? What if the woman herself is already stable? She has her stuffs together. She can cover his lapses if she wants the child bad enough, and make things happen. Girl, you are creating bumps on an already tasking journey for yourself that will require way more. Yo, motherhood, the way motherhood is structured in society, on a base level, it requires a lot from women. It requires the bulk of the task from women. And then you go ahead to create more work for yourself. Like, come on, girl. Anyways, let me ask this though. What if the woman herself after labor isn't capable at the moment of showing up the way she wants to show up for her baby due to either postpartum depression or her body is still on the mend? And then you leave the inadequate partner with the baby. Then what? Also, your village isn't there to raise your child. Your village is just there to offer a helping hand. So you cannot unfairly require and expect your village to fill up the gap for your inadequate partner. That's not fair. Okay, it's not bad for a man to want to unburden his partner or his wife, but his way of doing it is not in alliance with her. This is a very ambitious woman. She's a go-getter. She's not just working, she's also in school. So he can already see this. She's a very ambitious person. She's not gonna stop anything. She's a go-getter. So instead of him trying to control her and make her dance to his tune, why doesn't he actually work with her and make things easier for her if that is his goal, as he's trying to claim? Instead of trying to control her, what he should be talking about is, oh babes, how can we get a cleaner? How can we get a nanny for the baby? And what are we going to do about our finances? How do we go about childcare? If he really, really wants to offload burdens from her. No, he doesn't. What he wants is to control her. He wants his way or no way. And he's also trying to use the pregnancy as an in or a tool to go about enforcing and executing his plans for her. I'm sorry, in my opinion, he's giving he's giving your enemies closer than you think. That kind of thing. So yeah, he's not giving what he was supposed to give. He thought he ate, but we can see through his BS. And with that being said, my loves, as always, I am your host, the Empress H. See y'all in my next video. Don't forget to like the video. Like it, it's free. Okay, thank you very much. Like the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to turn on your post notification bell when you do subscribe. Comment your thoughts on this if you have any. See y'all in my next video. Bye for now.